Hello, welcome to Winnie Luna Nahial Eduk channel on mathematics and other related topics. In this video, we have the set 6 of short exercises with solutions for licensure examination for teachers. If you like this video, please share and subscribe for more upcoming uploads. For the first problem, we have what are the missing terms in the series 5, 20, 80, blank, 1,280, blank, 20,480. The choices A, 50 and 210, B, 40 and 160, C, 35 and 135, D, 320 and 5,120. Let's come to the solution. It is obvious that the arrangement of the numbers follows a geometric progression. There exists a common ratio of 4 between any two consecutive terms. Look at this one. 20 divided by 5, that is equal to 4. 80 divided by 20, that is equal to 4. So there's a common ratio. So the next term is obtained by multiplying 4 to a term before. So multiply 5 by 4, you get 20. Multiply 20 by 4, you get 80. So to get the first blank, you multiply this by 4, you get 320. Now look at the choices. Only letter D, which has the first missing term, 320. Therefore, the answer is letter D. Next number or next problem. The vertex of an angle of an the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle is 20 degrees. What is the measure of one of the base angles? Now, the choices are A, 150 degrees, B, 60 degrees, D, 75 degrees, D, 80 degrees. In isosceles triangle, the angle formed by the equal sides is called the vertex angle. The angles opposite the equal sides are equal, and these are what we call the base angles of an isosceles triangle. Hence, if the vertex angle is 20 degrees, it follows that the sum of the other two angles, the base angles, is 160 degrees. Dividing 160 degrees by 2, we get 80 degrees for each of the equal angles or for each of the base angles. So we have the answer is letter D. Next problem. Anna and Beth do a job together in 3 hours. Working alone, Anna does the job in 5 hours. How long will it take Beth to do the same job? A, 3 and 1/3 hours. B, 2 and 1/3 hours. C, 3 hours. D, 7 and 1/2 hours. For the solution, let X be the number of hours for Beth to finish the job alone. It follows that 1/5 of the job is done by Anna and 1/x is done by Beth every hour. Since they finished the job in 3 hours, the working equation would be 1/5 plus 1/x equals 1/3. Then multiply this equation by their common factor of the denominator. So we get 15x because 5x and 3, the denominators in both sides of the equation, do not have a common factor. So we have to get their product. So 5 times 3 times x, we have this 15x. So we multiply the whole equation by 15x. So 15x times 1/5, that is 3x. 15x times 1/x. So we have to cancel x, only 15. Then we have 15x times 1/3 x, that is 5x. So we can solve for the value of x. We have to have this 5x at the right side of the equation, place this at the left side. So we simply apply subtraction property of equality. We subtracted both sides by negative 5x. So here at the left, you have 3x minus 5x because adding the right side by negative 5x, that will cancel out the terms. So equals 15. So we also added both sides by negative 15. So this constant at the left is cancelled out and it can be seen at the right side and it becomes negative 15. So 3 minus 5x, that is negative 2x, equals negative 15. Multiplying both sides by negative 1 or dividing both sides by negative 2. So negative divided by negative, that is positive. So you have 15 over 2 or 7 and 1 half. So the answer is letter D. Next. At what rate per annum should 2,400 be invested so that it will earn an interest of 800 in 8 years? A, 6.5%. B, 5.5%. C, 4.7%. D, 6%. Solution. Since the conversion period is every year, it means that the given amount gains only an interest of 100 pesos per annum because 800 pesos in 8 years. And this is a simple interest. So it is only the capital that is earning interest every year. So 100 pesos per annum. Using the simple interest formula, we have interest equals capital times rate times time. So substituting, the interest is 100, the capital is 2,400. We do not know the rate, the time is 1. So solving for the rate, you have to divide both sides by 2,400. So you will have this form 100 over 2,400 equals rate. So getting the quotient, you will have 4.7%. The answer is letter C. This 4.17, this is actually the quotient of 100 divided by 2,400. This is decimal. This is 0.0417. So from decimal, we change it to percent because we are asked about the rate of the investment. Next problem. How much greater is the sum of the first 100 counting numbers than the sum of the first 50 counting numbers? Solution. A, 110. B, 3,775. C, 3,155. D, 1,200. Solution. Notice that for the first 100 counting numbers, the numbers 1 up to 100 are to be added. If you are going to take the sum of the two extreme counting numbers and move inward, say 1 plus 100, you get 101. 2 plus 99, you get 101. 3 plus 98, you get 101, and so on and so forth. Since there are 50 pairs of numbers with a sum of 101, we get sum of the first 100 counting numbers is equal to 101 times 50, you get 5,050. Repeating the process for the first 50 counting numbers, we get a sum of 51. So 1 plus 50, that is 51. 2 plus 49, that is 51. So for the two extreme counting numbers, that is for the 50 counting numbers. Since there are 25 pairs, we get sum of 50 counting numbers is equal to 51 times 25. So that is 1,275. Now, subtracting the sums, we have sum of the first 100 counting numbers minus the sum of the first 50 counting numbers. So you have 5,050 minus 1,275. You get 3,775. So the answer is letter